Yeah, let the choir sing, call a prayer. Sons of Abraham have fallen where testaments rejected. Offerings, fast women, money is accepted. Guys forgot their lessons, trying to keep my...
Undisputed Boxing TV, and you here with me, none other than AJ Knows Boxing, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the videos if you like the videos. Now let's get into my fight prediction of the May Pac fight, man. MGM Grand, May the 2nd, man. We already know what's going down. Now let me try to break it down for y'all the way I see it, or the way I see the fight playing out, man. Honestly, I feel like this fight is, I'm gonna break this fight down in quarters. Just like NBA game, NFL game, I'm gonna break this fight down in quarters. And I really feel like Manny Pacquiao, first quarter of this fight, first 3 rounds of this fight, Manny Pacquiao is really gonna deliver. I really feel like he's anxious. You see him in the press conferences. You see him anytime the fight is brought up. Manny Pacquiao seems like the guy that really wants to go into the ring and fight Floyd. Floyd, he on his nonchalant bullshit. He chilling. It's just another fight sometimes. And sometimes he's like, nah, this is the biggest fight and he ever been in. Like, I don't know. Floyd looks real confused leading up to the fight. But let's get back to it. I really feel like Floyd is going to lose the first quarter of this fight. I think Manny Pacquiao's aggressiveness in the first 3 rounds is gonna prove to be the main catalyst to why the judge is gonna give him those rounds, man. I really feel like Manny's gonna go in there, throw all of them those great combinations, those 6-punch combinations, and Manny gonna definitely have Floyd on his toes. Floyd is really gonna be like, you know what? This is a different animal. And in the second quarter of the fight, round 4 to 6, I feel like this is when Floyd is really gonna get on, but I don't think he's gonna win the majority of those rounds. I feel like he might win the 6th round, or he might win the 5th round. You know, that's how I see it. He might win the 5th because I feel like he gonna come on a little bit strong. He gonna try to bring out that pretty boy Floyd, and that's gonna prove to be effective. I think the judges is gonna give Floyd at least 2 or one out of those next three rounds. And in the second half of the fight, 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, I really feel like Floyd is gonna make those adjustments. And by that time in the fight, Manny Pacquiao is gonna cool down, and Floyd is gonna be able to really go to work. And he's going to be pot shot, and we know that's what Floyd likes to do. But Floyd is going to be hitting Manny Pacquiao with the cleanest right hands Manny has ever seen. I was watching something on ESPN the other day, and it was Teddy Atlas talking about Floyd Mayweather being on the ropes. And he always says that Floyd Mayweather always moves his head to the right when he's on the ropes, when he's dodging the punches and he's moving his head, because he doesn't really move his head too much when he's in the middle of the ring. Floyd, on the ropes, tends to move his head right. And that's the only thing that really sparks something in me, because I'm like, damn, because when I fight myself, and when you're using that type of, that shoulder roll defense, that Philly shell where you're using your shoulder to protect your chin, it limits you from really moving both ways, especially when you caught up in tight positions. You're gonna move to the side of where you jab. If you an orthodox fighter, if you're a southpaw fighter, you're gonna move to the jabbing side most of the time, because it really isn't physically possible for you to really move to the other side. So if you're a right-hander, you're really gonna move. You're usually going to move to your left, and if you're a left-hander, you're usually going to move to your right. And that's some shit you got to pay attention to, because Manny Pacquiao is vicious when he got people on the ropes. When he got fighters on the ropes, we saw what he did to Timothy Bradley when he got Timothy Bradley on the ropes. And Floyd, that's the only place I see Floyd really being able to take some damage from Manny Pacquiao is when Floyd is on the ropes, because Manny Pacquiao got the fastest hands in boxing. Honestly, if at the end of the day in this fight, I really feel like Floyd is gonna win. Floyd is gonna win a unanimous decision. I really feel like Floyd's gonna take the last 6 rounds of the fight. He's gonna take the last 6 rounds of the fight, and he's gonna win at least 2. I'm gonna give Floyd at least 2 in the second quarter of the fight. So I really feel like it could be an 8-4 Floyd Mayweather. That's what I feel. But there's something in me that's saying that if it's like a 7-5 Mayweather, they gonna give it to Manny Pacquiao, man. And a lot of guys I've been listening to, they've been making that point. A lot of people don't like the fact that Floyd postponed this fight for that long. And I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. Floyd Mayweather knew what he was doing, and he didn't want to get into the ring with Manny Pacquiao when Manny Pacquiao was at his height. And I'm not saying Floyd is ducking. I'm not saying none of that shit, man. I'm not saying Floyd is ducking. I support Floyd. I'm a Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao fan. I'm just saying it didn't make economical sense for Floyd Mayweather to step into the ring with somebody that everybody in the world in 2009, 2008, 2010, before the knockout of Marquez, everybody in the world, the casual boxing fan, which is the majority of boxing fans, was rooting for Manny Pacquiao. And Floyd was at a disadvantage. He was coming off a 2-year layoff. It made no sense for him to jump in the ring with the hottest motherfucking fighter at the time. Look what Andre Ward is doing right now. Andre Ward, to me, pound for pound, number 2. But he ain't stepping in there with Carl Froch, a guy that's been active and a guy that's been in some wars. First fight back in after a long layoff. It don't work like that. I feel Floyd is going to win it. Unanimous decision, 8-4. But I won't be surprised. And I'm going to say this again. I won't be surprised if Floyd gets robbed in the MGM Grand. Because honestly, those judges is going to be influenced by that crowd. If I was a judge paying half attention to the fight, because you can't really pay full attention to the fight in a fucking stadium with thousands of people. You really can't. I never understood how boxing could be judged with people sitting ringside with everybody. These motherfuckers need to be in a room somewhere with a TV, with all the motherfucking screens around so they can see every inch of the fight. Because this shit right here, if they make a mistake on this fight, if it was a Timothy Bradley, Manny Pacquiao, one type fucking decision, they gonna tear down MGM Grand, man. Floyd fans are gonna tear. It's gonna be chaos. They gotta get this right. I'm going for Floyd. Floyd is gonna win 8-4. First half of the fight, Manny Pacquiao gonna get those 4 rounds, but Floyd is gonna adjust. He's gonna pot shot Manny Pacquiao. He's gonna keep his distance, and as long as Floyd stays off the ropes, and this is the shit I don't like about Floyd, because old Floyd never really did this shit that much. The most I seen Floyd on the ropes is against like De La Hoya and Cotto. And he was taking damage in those fights. If he does that against Manny Pacquiao gonna win. But Floyd is a smarter fighter than that. And you saw how he fought Mike Donner the last fight. He got up out there. That was the Olympic style Floyd. That was the Guillermo Rigondeaux, impersonation that Floyd was using. So I got Floyd. Let me know what y'all think. Leave the comments, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you like the videos if you like the videos. It's AJ Knows Boxing, man. No bias, no bullshit, just the facts. And I'm out.